Looking at the RVS Cup Philippine Poker Championship, 20 million guaranteed. Main event action, day 2. And we're watching the feature table. 27 players left. You can see on the tourney clock down to the upper left of your screen. 26 actually. Somebody busted already. What a colorful feature table here. Right now looking at action from Hernan JB Villa in seat 3. Action to him. He's got 8-5 of hearts. He's got a flush draw against top 2 pair where the player was all in. Lionel Santos. Not on screen. He's in seat 7. JB's going to give up his flush draw. And pot goes to Lionel. Blinds are 20,000, 40,000. And we're playing a BB ante of 40,000, of course. You see the stacks there. Go around the feature table, aside from Hernan JB Villa. Seat 4, Mike Takayama. And that might be Lakay Michael De Leon in seat 5. Badruddin Patuan, seat 6. Of course, Lionel Dos Santos just won a pot from seat 7. Alex Cruz, seat 8. And Tony B. Anthony Benigno Banal Castro, seat 9. Seat 1 failed to mention. Gandhi Sapsal. Call him Yang Yang. And G. Rivera, seat 2 on your screen right now. Bit of a glitch. Back to the action. RVS Cup Philippine Poker Championship. 20 million guaranteed main event. Day 2. Feature table. 899 entries. You're watching one of the 3 remaining tables. 26 players left. Action now on this turn. Badruddin with a pair of 6. A gut shot for Alexis. Alexis bet 100K. Pot is 380. But more importantly, the stack of Alexis only 685 behind. Yeah, Badruddin's hand is so weak. And if he's trying to catch a bluff, ang hirap na, nag-flush na si Alexis. Di pala got shot. He's actually made a flush. That's a 4 of hearts. And really no incentive for Badruddin to continue that hand. Good pot for Alexis C. I thought it was Alexis Cruz. Sorry, I was thinking of Alexis Lim. Wrong Alexis. Okay, we continue and we wish the man we're missing tonight, the man I'm filling in for, Tira Pasok, still live somewhere on the floor. So as long as I'm on board, that means it's good news for all the railers and followers of Jester Insha. That means he's still live. When you hear him on the stream, bad news. Big sabihin na out. Somewhere out there may na out. We can see on the tourney clock 25 players left. But nobody out from this feature table. Folded round into the cutoff. Pocket eights for Badruddin. Right now, we don't hear terrible sound, but we can see signaled all in from the cutoff. 835,000, about 20 big blinds. Pinasok niya. And there will be no defense from the big blind from Tony B. 100K gain for Badruddin. Check your comments in a bit. We try to open and monitor the comments on Facebook. But I believe we're also streaming on YouTube. Here we go. Share done. Yes, wala pang sounds. Shout out watching from SJDM. Blokan. And welcome to the stream, DJ Donuts. Back to the action. Another pocket pair. This time, Mike Takayama opens with pocket jacks. Badruddin, kanina pocket eights. Walang lumaban. Ngayon siya hinahamon with pocket fives. Roughly the same stack for both players. Effectively, little over 20 bigs. 21 bigs. Tony B not going to join with King 7 offsuit. Doon tayo sa big blind. Yang Yang only has Queen 8. 60K to call. 300 in the pot. 5-1 odds. But it's not even suited. So Mike Takayama way ahead here. Jacks versus fives. Here comes the flop. Walang pintura sa flop. Can't quite see it yet, but we can see from this elevated flop cam. 10-7-6. Both players miss a set. Mike Takayama stays ahead. And he is actually first to act. He checks it, skip the street. Both players check. Now a open-ender for the pocket fives. Mike Takayama still ahead and has a jack-high flush draw. He's going to decide to bet here now. Both players' hands improved. Very small flush draw, but an open-ender for Badruddin. 180K. Worth one look. I believe he's just calling here. We're going to see a river. Pag diamond, I think Badruddin can get away from it. A cleaner out would be a straight or a black 5. It is neither. It's a 10. It's not a diamond. Mike Takayama first to act. There are some 10s in Badruddin's range, but Mike Takayama will have to try to get value from other hands that might call. He's betting 285. Badruddin only has a bluff catcher, and Mike isn't bluffing. But Badruddin calls 285,000. Wow, talk about value. Of course, a lot of misses in Mike's range. Lahat ng ace-high hands. Most of the ace-high hands would have missed there, especially unsuited ones or hands that don't have 2 diamonds in it. So yun ang kinol ni Badruddin. But Mike Takayama had the jacks. Pocket fives, no good. I think for balance, na move si G. Rivera to another table, as we only have 24 players left. Still watching the feature table, 8-handed, 8 players in each table now. 24 out of 899 runners trying to make it to tomorrow's final table. RVS Cup Philippine Poker Championship, the main event of the year. I don't care. I don't care how big the other tourneys are everywhere else and any other time in the year. This is the main event of the year as far as Philippine poker community is concerned. The RVS Cup. Folded routed Tony B on the button. King 9 offsuit. But he's been quiet so far. So hard to play from seat 9. Di makita yung seat 1 and 2. Or in this case, seat 1 and 3. The players are going to try to steal from. Hernan JB Villa has King 6 offsuit. Tony B's already open for 100. Three Jack. Both players miss. Tony B has the lead. JB checks to him. Tony B continues. Late na lang stack ni JB, so I think Tony B just put him all in. And JB instantly folds. Micro stack only has 5 big blinds left. Si Hernan JB Villa. So medyo adventurous ang pag-defend niya ng big blind. King 6 offsuit, given how small the stack was. Tried to spike a good flop, but he missed it completely. Go to the comment section. Habol tayo. Final table po ba ito? Hindi pa, Mr. Rajan Ral. This is a feature table. You can see on the clock 24 players left in this event. Shout out to Voyager VP who's watching and always supporting. Back to the action. Folded round to Alexis Cruz. Jack 10 of clubs in the hijack. Worth opening, pero he limps. Did he limp? Hindi pa natin alam, no? Hindi pa nag-update. There you go. Raise to 100,000. And Yang Yang has A7 on the button. It's offsuit. Gives it up. Gonna go to the blinds. Uh-oh. Mike Takayama, ace, queen. Not only will he defend, he will attack. Sa tingin ko, Let's see what Mike does. Only calling for 60K. He's going to play this a little bit slow. Here comes the flop. Mike is out of position with an ace-high hand. And the flop is ace-high, so Mike has hit the top pair. There's only one club. So not very interesting flop for Alexis Cruz. Pero merong ace, he might try to represent. He does not. Goes check, check. Dalawa na ang clubs. Alexis Cruz, his hand is improved. But Mike's got the top pair with one of the best kickers. 50,000. Tama ba? 100,000. A pink chip is 50K. My bad. Bet is 100,000. Walang tumaya sa flop, so this time Mike's going to try to get value. Alexis is going to draw almost 4-1 his money. Good odds. Is it a club? Voila! Swing and a miss for Alexis Cruz. He only has jack high here. Mike can check and call, but maybe he can bet for value also against a weaker ace or any other hand that might want to catch. Mike wasn't bluffing last time he got called. And Alexis Cruz cannot even beat a bluff in that spot. So he is out of the hand. Mike Takayama takes down another pot. Chips up to 2.1 million. Of course, no, we can't say if he's one of the chip leaders because we only see the chip counts on this table. Still 3 tables remaining. We are playing down to 18 players tonight, or the end of level 28, whichever comes first. Thank you for the info, Sir Joven. Basa-basa muna ng comments. What prompts a player with Badruddin's hand? Sorry, incomplete question. Cannot answer. What prompts him to call? Kanina yun sa river. Well, there were some bluffs in Mike Takayama's range. Some ace-high hands had missed. So let's move on. Good evening, DJ Donuts. And to all the players who have just tuned in and non-players, all the spectators, welcome to the feature table. Day 2 of the RVS Cup. If you're wondering where Jester Incha is, live pa daw. Pakilipat po sa feature table kung pwede lang. Back to the action. Lionel raised to 90K. King Queen suited. King 2 of diamonds for Yang Yang. Medyo manipis, but if he wants to come in, he might come in 3-betting. Gonna have make use of his very good table image. Yan na nga, 3-bet to 280. And Lionel has one of those hands na strong enough to raise, pero medyo nangingisay pag na 3-bet. Let's see what he does. Medyo malalim siya. He's got 2 million. But he's not gonna mess around. Great timing, great move for Yang Yang. And he chips up a little bit to 1.4 million. Maingat to si Lionel. And why not? Ang dami pang players. 24 players remain. Naghihingalo ng stack ni Hernan JB Villa. You see him in C3 and you can hardly see his chips. Kasha lahat under his right hand. Short stack with about 5.5 big blinds. King Queen this time for Alexis Cruz in the +1. It's suited. So it's a raise to 90K. Gonna try this again. Naging 90 ang standard raise. Kanina 100K ang halaga ng nire-raise. Well, Gandhi just came off a 3-bet deal and did well. So he's not gonna do it this time. Hernan JB Villa. Ito na ba? Is this the hand? Queen, Jack off, facing a raise. Virtually all in if he calls this. He undercalled a bit. Ano ba to? Makaka-fold pa ba to sa flop? Even if he misses. He's called 90K, only has 100 behind. Badruddin Ampatuan, also short stack. No sense here. Kahit tumulak siya, wala naman siya mapapa-fold. But he's 50K to call, 240 matitira. It's just not a good proposition, so he gets out of the way. Well, here we go. King 5-7, complete blank for Hernan JB Villa. Alexis is all in. JB cannot call. Hirap ilaban ng hand na yun. Usually dominated. We can see it was dominated. Alexis Cruz takes this down. JB just gave up 2.5 big blinds. He's down to 2.5 big blinds. Shout out Nemesis, Carlos Emmanuel Cortez. And kay Panulay. Welcome. Oo, Marlon Santos, live pa daw. As long as ako ang nag-stream, that means buhay pa ang masamang damo somewhere out there. Jester Incha is trying to make the final day. Shout out to Las Bukal. Watching from where? Back to the action. Tony B in the +1 and Jack 10 off. Going to try to snipe from this position. 9-10 suited for Yang Yang. Set up laruin if you can close the betting. Not in this case. Another Jack 10 this time for Lakay. Guy on the dealer button. Medyo nanganganib din ang stack. He's gonna venture a call from the button. Eto na for Badruddin. There's enough dead money in the middle that he should just try to go for it. Pag walang lumaban, good. Pag may lumaban, may laban naman ang King Queen offsuit. Let's see what he thinks of this hand. Classic to. Facing a single raise and a single call from the blinds. It's almost always a squeeze. Can he pull the trigger? Time winding down. We're playing till end of level 28. He only calls. Jumping in but carefully. Hindi pa dumive. Sinawsaw lamang mga paa to test the waters, or in this case, to see a flop. Si Lionel has already folded his hand. They should be flopping now. And we'll see the flop in a while. Lionel has folded. We see the flop. Parang walang paint. There is an ace, which is in Tony B's range, but he's facing a couple of short stacks. So kailangan sobrang liit ng bet niya dito so he can get away from it. It's already been checked to him. Well, it's 110. It's half of Badruddin's stack. Sila kay may ipit. I mean, he can't call not knowing anong gagawin ni Badruddin. Wow, if Badruddin folds this. What an unfortunate flop for Badruddin. I still think shoving might have been superior to calling. Maybe shove, fold, or call in that order. Pero ibang pressure because end of day 2 pa lang itong pinaglalabanan natin. They are probably in the money, but not by much. The significant cashes do not come into play until tomorrow, so these guys are playing for tomorrow. Shout out sa mga aabutan kong comments. Pasok pa ba si Boss Jester? Yes, somewhere out there, Boss Jester is still playing. Good evening, kay Binoy, all the way down south. One of the heaviest MTT online grinders that we know is out there. Shout out also to Jasper. And welcome to the stream. One of my favorite local poker players of all time, Jed Acosta. Welcome to the stream. You're watching the RVS Cup Philippine Poker Championship. 20 million guaranteed. Napakatagal since we've seen this kind of guarantee. It's been years. This is day 2 featured table. 24 players left. We'll play down to 18 or end of level 28. It is currently the start of level 26. Tumas ng blinds, 25K, 50K, 50K BB ante. I think next hand. This hand is the last hand at 2040. Folded to Yang Yang with pocket 8s. Makes it 100,000. So for reference, the gray chips are 10K, the pink chips are 50K, and I guess the light gray chips are 1K, I think. I don't know. We'll find out. So, raise and a call from Alexis Cruz defending the big blind with Jack 8 offsuit. Ace Jack Queen. Ang laki ng flop Every overcard in the deck seems to have shown up for Yang Yang, but it does also hit his range as the preflop raiser. Alexis is checked bottom pair. Can he call with a queen and ace showing? Hinahirap. Tinawag mo, pero pag tumama, hindi mo rin may paglaban. So Alexis Cruz has folded and success for Yang Yang. He continues to chip up now to 1.6 million. I think the average stack might be 1 million at this point. Hanggang final table na lang po ba ngayon? No, sir. JV Bigaras, we're playing down to 18 players or level 28, whichever comes first. Okay, now they're going to play 25,000, 50,000 blinds. Button is on Lionel. Under the gun. Yang Yang has Jack 9 offsuit. Sila kay hindi pa gumagalaw, so figures people will respect his range. Ngayon, biglang gumalaw from the hijack, folded him. Basura hand, but good spot to be active. Yun lang nga, no? Badruddin is the short stack at the table. May hand na pwede nang ipaglaban. Why call 115? Pag 210 na lang natitira, he might go for the whole thing here. Why not? All in with pocket sevens. Medyo bad timing yung nakaw ni Lakay. And it's so small, baka laban niya tong 8-6 na to unless mag-isolate si Tony B. But Tony B can also just flat call here. And tingnan niya kung sasama si Lakay. So these are the options. Problema if Lakay wants to isolate, mada-dead money ang 210k ni Tony B. So he has to consider his options here. In the big blind with pocket threes. Tony B's out. Nako, duty call ba to? For 95k, magkakita ng bara. I mean, this kind of a significant amount sa chip stack ni Lakay. Pero nailagay na, 95k for 450. Almost 5 to 1. So he has to make this call even though the hand is awful and he only has one overcard to the sevens. Tingnan natin how this unfolds. Will fortune favor the brave? In this case, si Lakay, he had opened with ace-6 offsuit. Natulakan ng maliit na stack, kaya napatawag. Pocket sevens looking to dodge only the eights. Oops! Pwede siya ma-counterfeit pag nag-alas ulit. Tony B would have had a full house, but he's not in the hand. Oh my goodness. An ace would have counterfeited the sevens, but without two pair on the board, the pocket sevens will win this hand. Double up for Badruddin and medyo masakit yung pagkakakurot na yun. 200,000 from Lakay stack. Minsan lang gumalaw, nahuli pa at napalaban. Lakay down to 300,000, about 6 big blinds. Blinds are now 25K, 50K, level 26 of this RVS Cup Poker Championship. Asan kaya itong si DJ Donuts? Watching from where? You never know anymore kung saan bansa yung taong yan. Alright, back to the action. Under the gun, JB. Grabe naman, short stock na tapos yan pa yung hand. Well, he doesn't want to take a blind, so he's going to go all in anyway. Even if it's folded around. Auto call si big blind dito because it's only 105,000. It's not looking good. I mean, 7 deuce, tournament life. Pero masyado na maliit yung stack, no? Pag hindi ito nilaban ni JB, he would have had to pay 100,000 next hand anyway. Pabayad siya ng big blind at saka big blind ante, 5,000 matitira behind. So, laban na rin to. Question is, i-isolate ba siya? Badruddin coming fresh from a double up. Sige, siya na lang daw. And hope nobody on his left wakes up with a real hand like Alexis Cruz with ace queen. Nako, kung malaki-laki lang stack ni Alexis Cruz, pwede niyang pag-umpugin yung dalawang player. Pero as it stands right here, 870K, medyo masakit yung 550. He's facing a shove and a reshove. The hand is not that strong sa ganitong sitwasyon, no? Ace, queen of suit. Pinasok niya na, sama na rin siya. He covers both players and has the best hand. Everyone else gets out of the way. Eto na. Badruddin's ace is dominated. Live ang 7 and deuce. Interestingly enough, Alexis Cruz covers both players and has the best hand as of right now. 2 players have their tournament life on the line. Baka end of the run ito. Badruddin needs an 8. JB needs a 7 or reduce. Everything else favors Alexis Cruz, who is holding ace queen here. Here comes the flop. Blanks. Couple of spades on the board. Doesn't matter. Alexis has the best spade. And he makes a straight on the turn. Drawing dead. Mga kaibigan. Drawing dead pareho. As he makes Broadway straight with the nut flush draw. And a double elimination as Alexis Cruz connects the 1-2 punch. 2 players out. JB and Badruddin in one hand. Wow. Somebody wished him good luck. He didn't need it. He was ahead all the way and chips up to 1.7 million chips. Average stack is about 1.1, I'm guessing. So we're going to wait. We're going to get a new player at this table. Really balanced tayo. There should be about 22 players left, which means each table should be 7-handed. We're going to get a new player in seat 3. It's going to be Dexter Santos with 580,000 chips. Hintayin lang natin siya. Day 2 of the RVS Cup, main event of the year. Live as we can get. Streaming from the Metro Card Club in Pasig, Metro Manila, Philippines. Hope we can get some table audio soon. Matakbong oras, but they cannot deal until Dexter arrives at his seat. Here we go. Dexter Santos enters the fray in seat 3, right next to poker royalty Mike Takayama, one of the goats of Philippine poker. And then in seat 5, one of the OGs, Michael De Leon. So there's 6 players at this table. We might need another one. See on your screens, 22 players left. 3 tables. Sabihin, 2 tables have 7, 1 table has 8. From Renante Guevara Corpus, shout out kay Daddy Boy Emerson Tan at Parang Egay, Boss Lakay at sa Team D Camps. Good luck sa lahat ng player. Of course, shout out sa nag-iisang mahal na hari. Referring to Mike Takayama. Okay, this table's 7-handed. And that should be good to go. Ano kayang inihintay natin? Blinds being posted. As the new player Dexter Santos is in the big blind, post the blind and the ante. Okay, so the white chip is 5K. Mike Takayama under the gun, no hand, no go. Okay, folds behind him. Now it's up to Lionel. And a hijack with ace jack. Healthy stack, almost 2 million. Raises to 120. Alexis Cruz just busted 2 players. Is he feeling lucky? Of course, kahit lucky, kailangan mag-ingat pa rin. So he gets out the way. Tony B also out the way with Roger Hand. Gonna be folded to the big blind, the new player, Dexter Santos. Can he defend with 10-5 of hearts? Shadow maliit ang stack. Cannot defend. And this will be a quick win for Lionel. Bold prediction from the rail. Brian Padilla says Leo Lacentes ang magcha-champion. Well, he's got a healthy stack. 2 million. And we did lose a player somewhere from the other 2 tables. 3 tables pa ang naglalaro as we try to close down day 2. Play down to 18 or end of level 28, whichever comes first. I think at the rate we're going, mauuna maging 18 players ito before level 28 ends. So we're getting close to it. Hello, under the gun race. Lakay has pocket kings. Someone might play back at him. Kanina nahuli siya racing with 8-6 offsuit at nakita ng buong mesa yon. Lakay really good at mixing it up. Tingnan lang natin, Dexter Santos, this time in the small blind. Tempting, but not that great. And the big blind, Mike Takayama quickly folds pocket kings. Minimum lang, minimum wage. Pinoy, how many players kukunin today? We'll play down the final two tables. So, labing walo. You can see 21 players left, still three tables. Ish winning man, live pa ba si Hotdog? Sino si Hotdog? Alam ko yung isang live pa si, ano yun, Bad Bananas yun. Lionel folds under the gun. It looks like it's going to be folded around to the later positions. Nobody has hand. Parang tinanggal lahat ng face cards sa deal na ito. Well, Mike Takayama gonna keep it simple. Blind versus blind. Kalaban sila kayo. All in. Ho! Quick call. Pocket jacks for Michael De Leon. Medyo standard itong shove ni Mike, pero yun lang, meron talagang laman sa big blind. Si Lakay is gonna take a stand with pocket jacks. Mike covers him. And 470k ang stack ni Lakay. He can double that up. All he has to do is dodge an ace. Here comes the flop. So far, so good. Wala pa ring ace. And there are no diamonds on the board. So, klaro na. Maiwasan ang flush. Only needs to dodge one of the three remaining aces. Lakay most likely will double up. And he does. He does it with jacks. And he does it against Mike Takayama. Mike Takayama will chip down to 1.5. Lakay will chip up to 990,000. We see the chip stacks. Ito, chip stacks lang to sa mesa na to. This is not the tourney chip leaders. These are only the counts at the table. So, hindi natin alam kung gaano kalaki mga stack sa ibang mesa. But we can see from the tourney clock that the average stack is now 1.24 million. So, for reference, there are a lot of short stacks. Shout out Daredevil! Shout out sa'yo. Action resumes. Button moves. This time, Alexis Cruz is under the gun. Tony B. Queen 4 of spades. Dexter finally gets a hand. Bagong lipat sa mesa. Short stack. Less than 10 bigs. Ace 10 off. One way to play this. He goes all in outright. He can win 125,000 pag walang lumaban. Pag may lumaban naman, he can double up sometimes. Lionel hand is not good enough. So, no contest. Tom Perez, any PP member still live? Wala tayong feedback sa exact composition of players on the other tables. All I can tell you is that Jester Incha is out there. As long as I'm streaming, that means buhay pa siya. Buhay pa sa tourney. Earlier we saw players being moved as we balance. 21 players left for the main event. Yang Yang gonna chill and give up 7-5 offsuit. Dexter Santos again with an ace. So far, he's just managed to take back the blinds and antes that he lost. Hold steady shot, 580k. It's folded around to Lakai. Ace 5 off. Dealer button. Good hand, good position. Good opportunity to take the blinds and antes. Lionel in the small blind. Not an easy defense with a big blind left to act. It's King 5 of clubs. He will defend. And big blind's out of the way. Lionel is out of position. Lakai is the razor in his hand. Here comes the flop. Jack 10 deuce, 3 diamonds. Nobody has a diamond. Might be end of the line for Lionel if Lakai can bet this. Let's see how he plays this monotone board. 340 in the pot. He bets 85k. Medyo balansyado yung bet size. It looks small, but actually, that's how you play your misses, and that's how you play your hits. And it works out. Hinipan lang yung pot, naging kanya na. And Lionel gets out of the way. Lakai continues to chip up to 1.2 million now. Up to the average stack. 20-minute delay on this live stream. Streaming live from the Metro Card Club in Pasig. This is the RVS Cup. Philippine Poker Championship. 20 million guaranteed. Day 2. Yang Yang under the gun. King 8 of diamonds. Gonna fold it. And Nurse his 30 big blind stack. Dexter is out as well. Mike's got King 3 of hearts already folded. Lakai will stay active here. Took down the last spot. I think nasa sense ni Lakai medyo walang gustong mag-drive dito sa lamesa na to. So he's gonna do the driving until somebody resists. Tony B in the big blind. Cannot defend. And another pot para kay Lakai. See the chip counts at the table there? Shout out Randy Cireneo. Why are you watching? And where are you watching from? Also, Jesse Supnet has joined the stream. And Jarek Al-Musahin. Kirby Kent Lim says, shout out Mike Takayama. See him on your screen. Seat 4, still live at the tourney. Healthy stack. Medyo galing sa tama. Tinamaan ng 500k, but he still has 1.5 million. Folded to Lakai. Third hand in a row. Why not? Walang pumapalag, so he's gonna... medyo... It's like a bubble dynamic almost. And Lakai is wise to it. You know, we're nearing the end of day 2. In the larger scheme of things, wala namang kinalaman yung end of day 2. You know, it's an artificial bubble. It's not like a money bubble. Pero there's still that sense of players just want to go home knowing na babalik pa sila bukas. And that mentality creates this artificial bubble, and Lakai is trying to take advantage. Third hand in a row, pero medyo Nag-defend from the big blind si Yang Yang. Sneaky hand, 6-3 of spades. Both players are suited. Let's see who gets closer to their flush. Voila! It's rainbow, king, queen, 5. Nobody hit anything, nowhere near. Parehong hagis. Yung mga kamay nila, walang tinamaan, but Lakay bet 70 into 365. After Yang Yang has check, fold, third pot in a row para kay Lakay. Nako, makikibalita tayo. Woody, if Milbert is still in, baka message ko, di sumagot. Or worse, pag minessage ko, baka ma-out. So, we'll let you know later. Shout out from Foucault. Playing PLO Masters, 5 left. Good luck to Dave Spade. Sa yung laro dyan. Sir Edwin Laugiano, the Metro Card Club is located in Pasig sa Metro Walk Complex. Mike Takayama's raised under the gun, ace-7 of spades. And everybody's still in a folding mood. Of course, nakikita natin, basura yung barahan nila. Pero as far as the other players at the table are concerned, it just looks like they're tight. They're not tight. Talagang walang hawak. Ito may hawak. Dexter Santos wakes up with pocket kings in the big blind. 480k and stacked. 100 nang nakataya. Lalahatin na ba ito? He only calls 50,000. Subukan niya. Matrap si Mike Takayama. Mike checks his stack. Ace, Queen, 3. Yun lang. Yun lang ang nangyayari pag may pocket kings. I call them ace magnets, and true to form, meron kagad ace of flop. Dexter's gonna dunk bet this flop. I don't know what he means to find out. Kasi pag finlat call siya ni Mike, anong gagawin niya sa turn? It's a tough hand to play now that an ace has showed up. Wala. Mike says, I have an ace. Hindi niya alam kung committed na si Dexter here, pero the bet was so small at saka medyo donk bet yung flop eh. I mean, kung seryosong may hand si Dexter, medyo mas natural na mag-check call siya. So when he donk bets that, medyo basang-basa ni Mike na ahead siya. It looks like a blocker to a diamond draw. Or maybe somebody who hits a queen. Whatever it is, basang-basa ni Mike Takayama, and he's going to end the hand right here on the flop habang lamang pa siya. Tough spot for Dexter. Yan sabi. You bet 75k. Sabi na ba yung player they're betting for information? O anong information ang nakuha mo dito ngayon? If you bet for information and you get a response, dapat may linaw na. Pag walang linaw, ibig sabihin, useless yung bet for information, di ba? Two outs for Dexter Santos if he calls here. Wow, Mike Takayama gonna get maximum value pag nilagay siya sa draw. Okay. He tested the water with 75k. He got an answer. Gives it up. You could say he lost the minimum. Pero if he played that aggressively pre-flop, you never know. Maybe Mike calls, maybe he doesn't. That's poker. So many sliding doors. Iba-ibang pinto. Which one you take, that determines paano takbo. maging takbo ng tourney mo. Sobrang fragile ng mga sitwasyon na 'to. 'Pag in-all in, tinawag, labas ang ace, out siya. So he played it carefully and he's still in. Watching from Japan pala. All right, 8 minutes to go in level 26. 25K, 50K ang blinds natin, 50K BB ante. Action resumes. Na kay Gandhi ang boton. Fold it around to Tony B. Ace-6 of hearts. Finally a playable hand para kay Tony B. Mga 2 orbits na siya di naglaro. Very healthy stack, 2.4 million. Almost double the average stack. We lost a player at one of the other tables, so 20 na lang natitira. I see players from another table. I see the Chief is still live and Bimbi Rosette, Lester Eddock, Hot Sauce Marquez. Live pa sila. Okay, Tony B's raised to 110,000. Dexter Santos, 85K to call. Pero ang nipis ng matitira stack, 330. He can't do it. Gives it up. Mike Takayama, Ace Jack. Lalaki ng stack nito. Parehong effectively 1.6 million in stack. So Mike defends with a 60K call from the big blind. Playing out of position, has the better hand. But Tony B has initiative. What's the flop? 10-7 deuce rainbow. Walang tumama. But Mike is deep enough. He can check call one street. So Tony B's not going to waste the C-bet here. He skips the street. Turn is another 7. Walang kinalaman, but it puts 2 spades on the board. Mike checks a second time. Tony B already in surrender mode. Pangit ang texture ng board. Walang ma-represent si Tony B dito. And of course, after that second check on the turn, Tony B's gonna get called if he bets this river. So, check behind na lang and minimize the losses. Mike takes it down with Ace-Jack unimproved. Still 20 players remain here. Day 2 of the RVS Cup Philippine Poker Championships coming to you live from the Metro Card Club in Pasig, Metro Manila, Philippines. I think we're also streaming on YouTube, but I am monitoring the Facebook stream right now. As always, thank you for supporting not just the stream, but all the tournaments. It's the Metro Card Club. Metro is keeping the game going more than anyone else. All right, back to the action. Folded to the hijack. Tony B. Gonna let the dogs out. Medyo bigo sa last hand niya when his A6 did not improve, but he's gonna keep trying here. Folded to him on the hijack. He opens for 110. Yang with an ace. Gives it up off to the blinds. Well, Takay can defend with this wider range dahil meron na siyang pitcha. Earlier, he didn't have the stack to do much, but that was then. This is now. So he defends his big blind with Queen 3 of hearts. And Tony B's got that king high hand. Both players have hit. Tony B with top pair, Lakai with middle pair. And it's probably going to be a check and a call. If Tony B bets here, Lakai cannot just easily give up second pair. At least titingin siya ng turn. Tony B bets 90K. Quarter pot, C-bet. And a second heart, nag-improve ang hand ni Lakay. Now has second pair with a flush draw. And Tony B still has the top pair. How will Tony B play this out? He has to price out the flush draw and yet get value for his top pair. He spent 150 this time. About a third of the pot. Wow, the odds are too good. I mean, Michael De Leon with a flush draw and a hit. He can never be wrong by just calling. And ito sabi sa poker, no, you have to make the players, yung kalaban mo, when they call, calling has to be a mistake. And in that case, kung pot odds ay 4-1 with a flush draw, calling is never a mistake. So even though Lakay missed long term, he's going to show a profit. But right now, he missed. They go check, check. Tony B takes down a nice pot, 400,000. Managed to dodge 11 outs on the river. And he stayed ahead of Lakay. And is building a stack now. Stick. When you try to say chip and stack at the same time, you say stick. All right, Tony B's got 2.7 million. Not sure where he stands in the overall chip lead kasi hindi natin kita ang stack ng other players at the other tables. Probably a lot of stacks shorter than the average, of course. Average stacks now 1.3 million. 20 players remain. And blinds will go up after this hand, but for right now, it's still 25,50,000. Nice little run for Tony B. Couple of pots that he played, and he showed again for it. Dexter Santos folded him in the cutoff. Ace-7 of spades. Definitely playable. All in is the moves. 330 lang natira. So why not? Mike Takayama dominates Dexter Santos. He can isolate here. On the button, ace, queen, off. Just needs to make sure na walang biglang magigising sa blinds. Okay, check niya stack ni Lakay. And of course, the other player in the blind, I believe, might be Lionel. So, Mike Takayama just calls 330. Tingnan niya kung may sasama. Pag wala, they are gonna run the board anyway. Lionel 8-6 offsuit. Ang hirap isama. So, he's gonna go to the sideline and watch with the rest of us. Ace Queen versus Ace 7. Dominated. A 3-outer for his tourney life. Yun ang kailangan ni Dexter Santos. He needs a 7 or a lot of spades. He is in bad shape. And here comes the flop. Six, nine, deuce, one spade. A glimmer of hope. 2 outs na lang pala. One of the 7s was folded. Spades are no longer an out dahil hindi na mabubuo ang flush draw. It can only be a 7. No 7. And Dexter Santos is eliminated. That brings us down to 19 players. Mike Takayama taking care of business. And he moves up to 2.3 million. Right behind Tony B's 2.7. So there are 6 players at this table. Mukhang 19 players means there will still be 3 tables, but if the chip trays are out, could it be possible na We lost another player. Nope, I think we're just gonna change it up. This is a feature table, so we are gonna go feature a different table. So you can see the clock has been paused while we move these players away from the TV table, and we're gonna have a new cast of characters here, and we're gonna move a whole new table. And why not this one? It's a table with Lester Eddock coming your way, Bimbi Rosette, Mark Rivera, Ben-Hur Ibarzabal, Hot Sauce Marquez, and Tracy Crisostomo will be coming to this feature table. Stand by for that. Only take a couple of minutes. And now we see Lester Eddock arriving, taking seat 1. And si Bimbi in seat 2. Wow, what a treat. We got to watch Mike Takayama in action just now. Ang mahal na hari. And as he moves, masusuklian naman tayo ng Lester Eddock and Mark Rivera. I mean, these are the 3 players na hindi mawawala sa listahan. If you ask any Filipino poker player who's the top 5, you just saw 3 of them. We see the Chief taking seat 4 right now. Kita natin si Hot Sauce. Hot Sauce will be in seat 7. And Ben-Hur will be in seat 6. Tracy Crisostomo will take seat 8. So it will be a 6-handed table. 19 players left. So 2 tables have 6. Yung table na umalis, no? Yung table ni Mike Takayama, that's 6-handed. This one also 6-handed. And the other table we haven't seen. Naandun ba si Jester Insha? Kung live pa siya, he will be in that 7-handed table. Also wondering if Milbert is still out there. 19 players left. Nakita na natin 12 of the 19 dahil yung 6 na umalis at yung 6 na dumating make up 2/3 of the remaining players. Sana may sumagot sa tanong ko kung sino yung nasa pangatlong mesa. Please comment if you know. Blinds will rise to 30K, 60K. So tatanggalin na nila yung mga 5K chips. Those are the white chips. Hindi na yata siya kailangan. I don't know. They might keep it there. I think nag-chip count lang sila for whatever reason. Para ma-enter sa RFID table, they need the exact chip counts. 30K, 60K. Yan ang blinds when we resume. Start of level 27. All right. Let's see. Somebody will message me. Who's on the 3rd table? Tanong na lang natin si Mr. Insha. Torobohin natin. Okay. Message sent. We'll resume shortly. as we wind down day two of the RVS Cup Philippine Poker Championship. Final day will be tomorrow. Day will playing down to the end of level 28 or 18 players. If we lose one more player, end of stream. Yun lang, no? I mean, as they're setting this up, I don't know if they're dealing on the other team. Probably not. The clock is paused. Happening at the same time, there is a high roller event also playing, and they have 21 players left. So on the other table, yung hindi pa natin nakita, no? Nakita na natin si Mike Takayama, si Lakay, Lionel, uh, Yang Yang, Tony B. Sila yung kakaalis lang sa mesa na to. And now on this table, we have Chief, Hot Sauce, Bimby, Lester Eddock, Tracy Crisostomo, and Ben Hur. Now, the players we haven't seen dun sa kabilang table na hindi na-feature, naandon si Jester Insha, Jonald Garcia, Richard Nakila, I believe Milbert is also there, Milbert Bautista, Lemore, and G. Rivera. G started on the feature table, pero dahil sa balance, nalipat siya doon. So, once again, the players on the non-featured table is Jester, G, Lemore, Milbert, Richard Nakila, Jonald Garcia. So, good news for the Filipino poker community. Milbert and Jester still there. Okay, so yung delay na to is because when you have a feature table, kailangan i-enter yung exact chip counts dun sa ating system para mag-match yung chip counts as they make bets and they take pots. Maglilipat-lipat yung mga chips na yun. So the system of the live RFID table will keep track of that. Siyempre, nakapasok na chip counts kanina were from a different set of players, so they had to reset all that. And siyempre, change the player names and the player pictures so that we can have a coherent coverage. And I believe we are ready to resume. All right, so one more player to lose, and this event will take a break and resume tomorrow, but we will have another stream. Stand by because after the conclusion of this day two action, we are going to jump over to stream the high roller event. Pero final table lang isi-stream natin sa high roller. So we'll take a quick break between streams. Right now, the high roller event has 20 players remaining. So once again, after we conclude this day two action of the main event, we'll take a bit of a break until mag-final table yung high roller. So stand by for that stream. Be very interesting to see who the high rollers are and who will take it down. Obviously, not these guys because they're busy at the main event. Okay, button is on Ben Hur. Hot sauce in the small, Tracy in the big. And we are resuming. Tourney clock should start as the dealer resumes. Oh, sorry, late answer to your question. Juan Paulo de la Peña, Alvir is out. Eman is out. And then check the Facebook page of Metro for the players remaining after the stream. Probably list. There you will see the top 18 left. So action has resumed dito sa RVS Cup Philippine Poker Championship Day 2. Ben Hur with pocket twos in the muck. Folded all the way around. Small blind versus big blind. Never mind that it's 8 deuce. Hot sauce puts maximum pressure. Tracy Chrysostom's stack is really short. 4BB. 250K. Naghihingalo. And we are at the artificial bubble. It's not an ITM bubble. It's just an end of day bubble because we have 19 players left. 18 will resume tomorrow. So when we lose a player, medyo mag-adjourn muna itong main event. So safe to say most of the faces you see on the screen will make it to day 2. Sorry, to the final day tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll play it down from top 18 all the way till we have a champion. Once again, folded round to Hot Sauce. This time, Hot Sauce on the button with a much better hand. King 10 off suit. 815,000. A little more than 10 bigs for Hot Sauce. Medyo panulak pa rin. If he wants to keep it simple, short stack si Tracy. So he can use that pressure. 250 ang short stack ni Tracy on his left. See what Hot Sauce does. Mukhang ayaw laruin. And blind versus blind, short stack si Tracy. Can there be any other move? Of course, wala. And Lester cannot call with Queen Deuce. So Tracy will take the blinds and antes. Nagpa-chip gun muna si Lester. Okay, he's not gonna call. Medyo pakaba lang. 250K, not worth the risk. Bigay muna ni Lester to. Lester has a healthy stack, over 2 million. Average stack is 1.3, close to 1.4. And you see the chip counts for the players at this table. Lester has the largest stack, 2.1. So nakita natin from the other table, si Tony B had 2.7. And Mike Takayama also had about 2.3. So those are the biggest stacks we see that are remaining. Also know Lionel had about 2.1 million. So those are among the healthier stacks of the remaining players. Then here, ayaw laruin ng ace 4. Folded to Tracy. Tulak na lang ng tulak. Of course, an awful hand. And because BB anti naman to, Tracy has the luxury of folding. So blind versus blind, Lester versus Bimby. Lester has a handsome hand. Handsome ng kanyang kamay. 5-3 offsuit. Completing only. Lamang lang ng isang paligo yung hand ni Bimby. 5-4. And it's suited. So Bimby will take the free flop. The great Lester Eddock versus Bimby Rosette. Blind versus blind. Here we go. Queen 7-4. Gut shot for Lester. Bottom pair for Bimby. Lester completed a small blind. Something he can do with a super wide range. Imposible malaman kung ano meron niya. Here's a bet for 60K. Bimby gonna hang on with bottom pair. Here comes the turn. 9 of diamonds. Lester keep betting on his gut shot. Lester checks. Bimby has bottom pair. He can skip the street, call a river. Any river bet. Hindi na siguro tataya. Is Lester gonna take one last stab? Nope. It's a surrender. Lester shows 5 high. Bimby wins with bottom pair. So again, a reminder, after at the conclusion of this day 2 stream, we are gonna have another stream. We're gonna stream the final table of the ongoing high roller event. Right now, still about 20, maybe 19 players left in that one. So there will be a gap between the two streams. But keep your eye on the Facebook page of the MetroCard Club for when that stream begins. That high roller event is a 3 million guaranteed event with a 60,000 buy-in, multiple re-entry. Single day event started earlier today at 2 p.m. Back to the action here in the main event. Tracy in the cutoff, Queen 10, pera off suit. Ano kaya? Yep, she's playing it all in. She's first in the pot, so it's a good opportunity. At dadaanan lamang ang blinds. If she gets through this, she gets a nice little jump in the chip count. She can take the 150 in the middle. Chief with ace 3. 310 to call, medyo almost a third of his stack. On the strength of a single ace. Chief will use a time bank. Okay, kinall siya ni Chief with ace high. And he read it right because ace high is ahead. What a call by Chief. Tracy with live cards, Queen 10. Very small lead right now for Mark Rivera. And oh my goodness, Queen on the window. Mark Rivera reduced to a gut shot. He needs a jack or an ace. Deuce does not help. Only the jack will help. Actually, the ace helps. It's 2 pair for Tracy, so Mark needed to make a straight. Misses it. He was only slightly ahead, but on the flop, he was massively behind to the 2 pairs of Tracy. So Tracy doubles up, and Mark chips down to 11 bigs. Went for the shot, but did not go as planned. Good double up for Tracy, as we are still at 19 players. 3 tables are playing. We see the players on this table. On the other one, Mike Takayama, Lakay, Lionel, Yang Yang. I believe we've lost a player at the other table because they are now handing out the papers where you write your chip count. So, may natanggal sa isang mesa. The clock's still running though. Siguro they're just going to move that clock back, but I believe we might be done here because they are writing their chip counts on pieces of paper now. Yun yata yung sinilip ni Chief, no? He jumped to the other table to see the action. I believe someone might have been all in and we might have lost a player over there. So if that's true, then that will conclude this stream and we will have 18 players resuming for the final day of the RVS Cup Philippine Poker Championship. 20 million guaranteed. Final day tomorrow with 18 players. Just got word that player busted at 19th was Donald Garcia. Wow, Donald Garcia had aces. Richard Nakila called with 6-9 of hearts and hit a backdoor flush. Yikes. And that's poker for you. All right, expect this stream to be ending as we have reached the final 18, and we'll see you in a bit for the final table on a different stream, different link for the final table of the High Roller event. Coming to you soon. Catch you then.